And hey guys, welcome back to the channel, back with the Wandering Mariner. So tonight we're talking about pay, bonuses, and the retirement plan that kind of goes along with MSC. So I want to say almost a year ago, I did a video on the pay scales and talked a little bit about the pay available with Military Sealift Command. And things have changed a little bit with the way they do the website and the way they kind of inform people about how much everything is as far as pay and whatnot. So kind of getting into it, if you go to Military Sealift Command's website, which is sealiftcommand.com, you can see all the job postings that they are currently hiring for. And you'll see each job posting there. And I grabbed one as a snippet below here that kind of shows the able-bodied seaman job. And what I want to talk about here is in the job announcements, it'll always say, when did it open up? Or I should say there. When it opened up and how long it'll be open. And they'll say periodic cutoffs, maybe because they'll take it down because they have enough for right now or they're not hiring immediately. So instead of dragging people out too long, they'll take a job down even though they're still like sorting through. But on this job itself, it kind of says the annual salary is $98,778 plus a $24,283 signing bonus. And when I first started looking at it, I was like, that's a lot. Like, I did not make, like, with that bonus, that's double the income that I got hired as. I was like, has pay gone up that much? Do I need to go back and start working for Military Sealift Command again? I was like, I hear the sea calling. Like, what the heck is going on? So I went and did a little bit more deep dive. And if you read in the small print here, it says this is the average annual salary, not the base pay featured in the job opportunity announcement. All calculations for SIMAR's total take-home pay include overtime, penalties, and etc. So, if you go to right down below here where it says view full job opportunity announcement, and you click on that, it's going to take you to a PDF file because it's old school and nobody's digitized it yet. I don't know why MSC does it this way, but they got an old PDF file that's still there. And it shows you that the actual base salary for this is still $48,565. That's what you're guaranteed, along with that $24,000 bonus. So I thought that was very interesting that you could, go from $98,000 down to $48,000. But that just shows you like how much overtime opportunities there are with Military Sealift Command. And I would say that's probably pretty righteous. That's probably what you're going to bring home close to, give or take, maybe $10,000, $15,000, depending on how lucky you are and how much you want to work and what ship you get assigned to. And that's the ebb and flow of Military Sealift Command. And ships need maintenance. And based on the job field you're in, there may not be overtime available when that ship is getting maintenance done. I'll give you an example. I used to be an operations chief. Well, if a ship went into maintenance, a maintenance cycle, they could be in the yards or pier side for months, 3 to 6 months. And during that time, as an operations guy, you're not making any overtime. So you're just going to get your base salary more or less, unless they throw you a bone and let you do some other duties around the ship or maybe work on some other tasks to kind of help you out because they know you're just on base salary. And there are ships that sometimes that's kind of how they weed people out. They'll go into a maintenance period. They'll be like, there's no overtime, and everybody that's there for the dollar, which is a large majority of mariners. We're not doing this for free. They want to make money because they're away from their families. They're sacrificing their time. They want to make as much money as possible. So when a ship says there's no overtime available, people hit the bricks and they get out of there and they put in for a transfer and they go somewhere else. So that's kind of a way a ship kind of gets rid of some of the mariners that they don't want sometimes. But I just wanted to point that out. So that kind of just shows you the differences. And it's important that you understand, like, this job, he's only guaranteed $48,000 per year. Now, he's probably going to make 98 on average. But again, that depends. If you're deployed over to the Middle East and that ship is working tons of hours and there's operational necessities, yes, you're going to make lots of overtime. As an able seaman, it kind of depends. Are you on the flight deck crew or not? Different duties that you do. Do you get specialized pay? All kinds of little odds and ends. You get extra pay for handling garbage. You get extra pay for all kinds of little things. Ammunition, things that are more hazardous. You get extra pay. So things can ramp up really quick if you're on the right ship. But if you're on a ship sitting in Norfolk, Virginia, that's engines need to be overhauled, and you're just there and they're saying, we're just going to work, typical hours every day, you're not going to get any of that extra time and that extra gravy, that extra sweetness of that overtime pay. So it's just important to realize that. So, and next I want to talk to you about the signing bonuses, because the signing bonus, when I saw that, I was like, if anything's going to bring me back to MSC, it's going to be a signing bonus. So if you read the small print in the signing bonus, it's not small print. They put it pretty, I got it really small to fit on my screen for you. But it says the $24,000 recruiting incentive is authorized for eligible selectees. Actual amount is calculated by 25% of your base pay. So incentive pay is in a lump sum, so you get it right at the beginning, which is awesome. So you get that lump sum bonus right away, but it's also really important that you understand that's still got to be taxed. That is pre-tax. So if you did get the full Monty of the $24,000, take a good $6,000-7,000 off of that for Uncle Sam, because he's going to get his. Another clause in there says you get it once you arrive at your command, and also it requires a 2-year service agreement. So at minimum, you have to do 2 years of service. And trust me, this is Uncle Sam. They will come after you for that money if you don't complete the 2 years. Unless you die, then you probably be able to, don't have to worry about it because you're dead. But otherwise, you're going to have to pay that back. Also, an important part is this next clause, and this would have pertained to me. So if I was thinking about coming back as an AB, it says CIVMARs under the VEOA, so that's the Veterans Employment Opportunity Act, candidates and annuitants selected for employment as an AB are not eligible for the recruitment incentive. So what the Veterans Employment Opportunity Act is if you are a veteran, sometimes they take the jobs down, right? And they're not actively recruiting. But as a veteran, they'll maybe keep the job open just for cross culture. So like people from within can get promoted to it. Well, under that VEOA, you're entitled as a veteran to see jobs that aren't available to the general public sometimes. So sometimes you can get hired under that act. And if you do, then you're not entitled to the bonus. Also, annuitants. So if you don't know what an annuitant is, it's somebody that retired from the Navy and gets a monthly annuity or retirement check from the military. So if you are a retired Navy, you're not going to be able to get that bonus either, which kind of sucks because they really need more retired Navy, at least in my opinion. So I just kind of wanted to cover the small print of those bonuses just so you guys kind of understand that. So we kind of covered the pay, covered the bonus. Now we're going to cover a question left by one of you. It says, how long do you have to be with MSC to be vested to qualify for a pension or retirement pay? And I thought that was actually a really good question. And it comes down to this thing here. And if you go to the website that covers federal employees, the FERS website, they will have this posted there. And what it is showing is the minimum retirement age that you have to hit. So there's the age clause of when you can start to collect based on your age, right? And that's the MRA, minimum retirement age, right? So basically for Military Sealift Command, you are a federal retired employee. So you go under the FERS basic benefits plan. And there's 4 different means by which ways you can retire. One is immediately. You have your time of service with Military Sealift Command, and you're like, I'm done. I've done my 20 years. I've got the time I need. I'm out of here. Then there is early retirement, where you have, I think it's at least 20 to 25 years of service, and the federal government says, we're downsizing, we're phasing people out. How would you like to early retire? You can't just say, I want to retire early. They have to have a need to let you go. Okay. Then there's the deferred, which is pretty much everybody that has a minimum of at least 5 years of service. And then there's people that have disabilities. And if you were with them for a certain period, you can collect the disability as well. So with the disability, I think you have to work for a minimum of 18 months. The deferred is 5 years minimum, plus make that minimum retirement age. So at the bare minimum, you need 5 years. 10 years is to be full, 20 to get the full Monty, the full pension and everything. And both of those are under that, if we go back to this, minimum retirement ages. So you kind of look at those. And this is all covered under OPM, the Office of Personnel Management. You can go there, you can check it out yourselves and kind of delve a little bit deeper. But typically, at the bare minimum, to get something from working for federal employment, you have to do at least 5 years. And then you have to wait till your retirement age to actually collect it. So just kind of wanted to cover that. Hopefully, this was a little beneficial to you guys. If so, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel, leave your questions below, because it always just lets me know what to do the next video on. So comments below, like, subscribe, and we'll hit you on the next one, guys. Have a great night.